Welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on setting up a professional call center queue system using EvoVoice and Hosted Suite. In this video, we'll walk you through the complete process of creating soft phone extensions, building intelligent call flows with ring queues, assigning phone numbers, and configuring agents to handle incoming calls efficiently. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a fully functional queue system ready for your call center operations. Let's begin by creating our soft phone extensions in EvoVoice. On the left sidebar, you'll see several menu options. Click on Endpoints to access the Endpoint Management section. Here you can see all your existing endpoints. These are the soft phones that agents will use to receive calls. To create a new endpoint, click the New Endpoint button in the top left corner. A dialog box will appear with several important fields to configure. Let's go through each one. First, select the customer from the drop-down menu. This associates the endpoint with a specific customer account. Next, enter the agent's first name in the first name field. For example, agent. In the last name field, enter the agent's identifier or last name, such as 6. The mode dropdown should be set to soft phone, since we're creating a software-based phone extension, not a physical device. For the email address field, enter the agent's email address. This is important as it serves as their login credential. For instance, agent6@evo.tech. Enter a secure password in the password field. Agents will use this to log into their soft phone. Now let's look at the additional configuration options. The extension field is automatically populated. In this case, we see 90,016. This is the internal extension number for this agent. You can optionally add a department if you want to organize your agents by departments. The VM audio greeting allows you to upload a custom voicemail greeting. Audio files must be in MP3 or WAV format. VM text greeting is a text-based voicemail message. For example, thank you for calling, please leave a message. You can add up to 2 voicemail email addresses in the VM email 1 and VM email 2 fields. The caller ID field allows you to set what phone number appears when this agent makes outbound calls. Once all fields are configured, click OK to create the endpoint. Perfect. Your new soft phone endpoint is now created and appears in the endpoints list. You can see Agent 6 with email agent6@evo.tech, the extension number 90016, the mode showing soft phone, the flow currently set to dial out. Notice that you can create multiple agents by repeating this process. In our example, we have Agent 1 through Agent 6, all configured similarly. Now that our soft phone extensions are created, let's build the call flow that will route incoming calls to our agents through a queue system. Click on Flows in the left sidebar. Here we see our flow called EvoQ2. Click on the flow name to open the Flow Designer. The Flow Designer is where we build our call routing logic using a visual drag-and-drop interface. Every flow starts with a start node. Let's break down each component. The first node in our flow is a say node. This is the greeting that callers hear when they connect. When you click on the Say node, the Properties panel on the right shows Node Type, Say Channels. Any? This node works on all channels, voice, SMS, etc. What to say? Please wait while we connect you to an agent voice. Man, you can choose different voice types. Language, English United States. This greeting plays as soon as someone calls your number. After the greeting, the call flows into a string match node. This node is crucial for routing calls to different queues based on specific conditions. The string match node allows us to evaluate a parameter, in this case, queue, and route the call to different destinations based on the value. Notice we have multiple paths. Red routes to the red queue yellow, routes to the yellow queue green, routes to the green queue no matches, a fallback path if none of the conditions are met. This gives us flexibility to route calls intelligently based on various criteria. Now let's look at the queue configuration. Click on one of the queue nodes. Let's start with red. In the Properties panel, you'll see Queue Name. This is where you name your queue. We've named this one Red. Members List. This is critical. Here, you add the agents who will receive calls from this queue. Click Add Item to add agents. For the red queue, we've added Agent 1 at evo.tech, soft phone, Agent 3 at evo.tech, soft phone, Agent 5 at evo.tech, Soft phone. Each agent shows their customer association, which is customer, none, by default. You can rearrange the order of agents using the up and down arrows or remove them using the Remove button. Scrolling down, you'll see more configuration options. Teams list. You can organize agents into teams for more complex routing scenarios. Application data allows you to pass custom data through the queue. Wait. Music. Add custom hold music for callers waiting in the queue. Queue timeout. Set how long a call stays in the queue before timing out, measured in seconds, for example, 60 seconds. The queue node also has several exit paths for different scenarios. Timeout. What happens if the call isn't answered within the timeout period? No answer if agents don't pick up the call. Agent busy. If all agents are on other calls. Agent failed. If there's a problem connecting to an agent. No agents logged in. If no agents are available recording ready for call recording workflows. In our example, we've created 3 separate queues, red, yellow, and green, each with different agents assigned. Yellow queue members, Agent 2 at evo.tech, Agent 4 at evo.tech, Agent 6 at evo.tech. Green queue members, Agent 4 at evo.tech, Agent 5 at evo.tech, Agent 6 at evo.tech. Notice that some agents can be members of multiple queues. This provides flexibility in your call routing strategy. Each queue needs exit paths for different scenarios. Let's add an exit node. In the toolbox on the right, you can see various node types. Scroll down to find Exit under the Exit section, then click Add to Flow. When prompted, enter a name for your exit point, such as Exit. This creates a named exit that can be reused across your flow. Connect the exit node to the various queue paths: timeout, no answer, agent busy, agent failed, and no agents logged in. This ensures that if any of these conditions occur, the call exits the flow gracefully. Once your flow is complete with all queues configured and exit paths connected, click the Save button to preserve your work. The flow is now ready to receive calls. Now that our call flow is built, we need to assign an inbound phone number to it. Navigate back to the Endpoints section from the left sidebar. You'll see a list of all endpoints. We need to find our phone numbers, not agent extensions. You can use the search box at the top to filter by the phone number. In our case, we're looking for +15154541866. Click on the phone number to open its configuration. You'll see several tabs: General, Flow, Emergency, Sessions, Embed, and more. Click on the Flow tab. Here you'll see 2 important fields. When. This drop-down lets you specify when this flow should be used. For most setups, you'll leave this set to Always, meaning the flow is active 24/7. Flow. This is where you select which flow should handle calls to this number. Click the drop-down and you'll see a list of all your available flows. Type QAIM or scroll to find EvoQ2, the queue flow we just created. Select it from the list. Click Save to apply the changes. Your phone number is now connected to your queue system. Any calls to +15154541866 will now follow the EvoQ2 flow and be distributed to your agents. Now let's configure the soft phone client that your agents will use. We'll be using Hosted Suite for this. Open Hosted Suite in your web browser. Now let's look at how agents actually log in and use the soft phone. When an agent opens Hosted Suite and navigates to the console, they'll see a comprehensive interface. At the top of the screen, you'll see multiple panels, each representing a different line or channel. When there are no calls, you'll see no active call displayed in each panel. The toolbar at the top contains all the call control functions. Answer button. Click this to accept an incoming call. Hold button places the current call on hold. Connect button allows you to transfer or connect calls. Stop transfer button cancels a transfer in progress. Hang up button ends the current call. Toggle hold button switches between hold states, speed dials, drop down, quick access to frequently called numbers. Dial pad, click to open the numeric keypad for dialing. Transfer button initiates a call transfer. Conference button starts a conference call. Record button begins call recording. Work checkbox marks yourself as doing after-call work. Reject button declines an incoming call. The most important control for queue management is the status drop-down in the top right corner. This is where agents control their availability to receive calls from the queue. This drop-down has 4 possible states that determine whether the agent receives queued calls. Let's go through each one. The agent status system has 4 distinct states. Understanding these is crucial for effective queue management. State 1. Ready. When an agent selects Ready from the drop-down, they are signaling to the queue system that they are available and actively waiting to receive calls. In this state, the agent appears in the queue as available. Incoming calls will be routed to them based on the queue configuration. The button typically displays in a green or active color. This is the primary working state for agents. State 2. Not ready. When an agent selects Not ready, they are removing themselves from the queue without logging out. In this state, the agent remains logged into the system. They will not receive any queued calls. They can still make outbound calls if needed. Use this state for breaks, meetings, or when handling tasks that require uninterrupted focus. The agent can still see the console and system information. State 3. Logged out. When an agent logs out completely, they are completely removed from the queue. They cannot receive any calls. The soft phone is disconnected. This is used for end of shift or extended absences. They must log back in to resume taking calls. State 4. Wrap up. Wrap up, also known as after call work ACW, is a special state that occurs after completing a call. Automatically triggered after an agent finishes a call, or can be manually selected, prevents new calls from being routed to the agent, gives the agent time to complete notes, update records, or perform other post-call tasks. The agent remains visible in the system, but unavailable for new calls. Typically has a configurable timer that automatically returns the agent to ready after a set period, can also be manually ended by the agent when they are done with post-call work. These 4 states give supervisors and agents granular control over availability and ensure proper queue management. Agents can easily switch between these states throughout their shift. Simply click the status dropdown and select the appropriate state. The change takes effect immediately, and the queue system updates in real time. Congratulations! You've now learned how to set up a complete call center queue system using EvoVoice and Hosted Suite. Let's recap what we've covered. Creating soft phone extensions in EvoVoice with all necessary configuration, building intelligent call flows with ring queues and routing logic, assigning phone numbers to your call flows, configuring soft phone accounts in Hosted Suite, understanding the 4 agent states, ready, not ready, logged out, and wrap up. Logging in as an agent and handling incoming calls, your queue system is now fully operational and ready to handle customer calls efficiently. Agents can log in, set their status, and begin taking calls from the queue immediately. For additional support or advanced configurations, consult the EvoVoice and Hosted Suite documentation or contact your system administrator. Thank you for watching and happy calling.